Right, there's nobody on, so that means we can go home.
Hi, Andrea. How are you, Andrea?
We are live for 1 hour.
Yes.
Lie. L-I-E.
Oh, right, yes. Doesn't matter. And we're also on YouTube.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah.
Cantana.
Well, Andrea, looks like you're the only viewer tonight, so it's going to be a very short show.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Andrea, give us 3 colours. You'll be getting the double whammy. Good to hear. Can I have 3 colours, please, Andrea? I don't know whether there's a huge lag or opposite.
Peach, yellow,
Blue. I don't know. We're not getting the chats up.
not a lot one can do about that.
No. Unless you check. That's why I was going to have the phone just to check that.
Where's your groups?
No, it's not on that. It's on normal Facebook. Sorry about this.
You're not going to find it in there unless you go into groups.
Alright, you carry on and I'll start doing this and try and find it.
Right. There seems to be some sort of technical but not to worry. So, Andrea, I will work with you with Crystal Ball if you would like. So, we're not seeing any comments, so we have no idea who's on and who's not. As I can only see yourself, Andrea, I'm going to go and give you a crystal read. Okay. Right. All of you that have joined us, the only person that I can see at the moment on comments is Andrea Rees. So I can't see the rest of you. I don't understand why. Paul is currently trying to find the show on his mobile phone so we can see who is there. So thank you, Andrea. I can see you come up on the corner of the screen saying yes, please. So Andrea, I'm going to read for you while Paul tries to sort out another way of viewing who's come on the show. So Andrea, I will be using my favorite. This is Sebastian, and Sebastian was given to me for my 9th birthday, which was, only yesterday, I think, wasn't it? If you can believe me. So I'm going to tune into your energies, Andrea. And right. Okay. Looking good. Right. At the moment, Andrea, in the crystal ball, what I can see in regards to yourself is you are taking a little bit of a wander through a wooded area. Right. Now we can see the names on who's coming up. Right. And so you're on like a stroll through the countryside, through the wooded areas, through open countryside. And as I look down it, so it's like I'm in a helicopter at the moment and I'm sort of like passing you. And as I look around you, I can see you got a really good connection here with your crown chakra. I can see a nice little haze of purple around you. And what is a little bit strange is, but not totally strange, is you are walking barefooted. So as you're walking barefooted, you're crossing, shall we say, a well-worn path in the woods. So it's a little bit sharp underfoot, shall I say, but it doesn't seem to phase you. And then obviously onto the grass. Now, once you get to the grassed area, you stop, and I can see you're getting down on cross-legged like primary school children when they're going to hear a story. And so as I see this image like that, what it is telling me is that as you cross your legs and you're sat, your bum on the ground, on the grass, okay, this image alone tells me two things. One, that you are in communion with spirit. Okay, you've adopted what some people call in yoga I think you call it the lotus position. You know, that one where you're cross-legged and your hands are resting here. That's what I'm seeing you do. And your eyes are closed. So you are in communion with spirit at this point. So it's like, the perfect meditative place, the countryside. Spiritual energy around the countryside and the woodlands is absolutely multiplied. So you're in perfect harmony with nature, perfect harmony with spirit, and the communication is going two ways. Because I can see the light doing that, which is pulsating both directions. Now, as you are doing this, I am aware from behind me. So you're always walking barefooted. I thought it was a bit strange though when you're walking through the woods barefooted, because I would have thought it would be a bit uncomfortable underfoot. You know me, I have to stand on one stone, and that's me. Ow, 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 ow. Get my flip flops on or my trainers on or whatever.
I do it barefoot.
But Paul, he's walking up and down our street here and all the way up to the corner shop in the village with just his socks on. No shoes, just socks. And white socks at that. Well, they started off white, if you can imagine. So anyway, I can feel the energy of two spirit people coming in from behind me at the moment. They're sort of like placed like this. One in front, one behind, slightly hanging back. So as this individual comes forward and they make the way towards my back right now. Okay, I can tell this is an energy of a man now. This is a male energy coming in because it's sort of making the way over to this side, which is where the men hang out. The ladies like to hang on my right hand side. So as this person comes in, I want to say that the energy of this individual is, I want to say, excitable. I can feel the gentleman is in mature years. So that tells me that he's 70 years upwards, because mature years is 70 years upwards in regards to me and working with Tonka here, my guide. And I want to say that he comes across as a gentleman with a very acute and active mind. So he's definitely got all his faculties about him. Now, his faculties, is that a word that people understand in England? I don't know. It's a Scottish word when I say faculties.
Yeah, we use that.
Yeah. All right. I've just had the nod from Paul. Yes, English would recognise faculties. Right. He's got all his faculties about him. So he's, so if you said to him, what day is it today? He'd know what day it is. If you said to him, what's the share ratio at the moment for BP? He'd be able to look up the Financial Times Index and tell you exactly what's going on. So that's what I mean by he's got his faculties all about him. But he's also a gentleman who I would say is not quite open in a public place of showing emotions. You know what I mean? You'd never see him. If he was told something very sad, like say someone very, very, very close to him had passed away, and he was in a public place, he would just sort of say, "Oh, okay." There would be no emotion shown. Okay, get him indoors in a safe, comfortable environment. Then yes, you would get emotional response from him. It's just that generational thing where men don't cry, men don't show emotion. Stiff upper lip thingamajig and all that jazz. But I would say he did have a nice glint in his eye. Yep. Nice glint. So it would be like one of the first things you'd notice about him is the glint in the eye. It says two things to me as I look at him. Okay, two things. First thing is I can see into his soul and tell that this is a true gentleman, right? A very respectable, honest, and kind, extremely kind gentleman. And if you ask them a question, okay, let's say kind of a personal type question, he would give you a genuine answer. He wouldn't sort of like beat about the bush a bit, you know what I mean? Like some people would sort of like waffle like a politician. You get a straight answer from him. And one of the things that also was quite striking is the ladies would always catch his eye, but in the sense that they would look at him and think, now there's a good looking man over there, you know what I mean? And it would be very much along the lines of, for a gentleman of his age, he was a looker. It wasn't like he had the old, what I tend to call the turkey neck. He didn't really have much of that at all that was noticeable. He was well dressed. His hair, for his age, was always well kept. You know what I mean? He looked after himself, very, very cleanly shaved. Really, really a presentable man. And you would think, no, you're not that old. But you know what I mean? Because he looked very, very handsomely young for his age. So, where are we going? Now, I also want to say that he is a gentleman who was very family oriented, and he had a tremendous love for family, and his children meant the world to him. And he is the type of gentleman that would quite openly say that he would go without to make sure the rest of the family had, if it ever came to it, because he had his priorities, which was top of the list, family, bottom of the list, himself. So everybody was before him, and that's how much of a family-loving man he was. He had to make sure that everybody else was okay before he would indulge himself, if I say it that way. And he's very close to tonight, and has been for some time, and he wants to say something very specific. So as long as it doesn't involve naughty words, I'll tell it word for word. Okay, right. First and foremost, he wants to say, I miss you. Okay, I miss you. And I wish that I could have had one more day just to let you all know how much I truly love each and every one of you. Yeah. He's saying to me, I like coming in visitation. I like just to gently wander around the home, just to make sure everyone has what they need. And for the ability just to pop my head around the door and say, love you, sweet dreams. Yeah. There has been times where you've gotten very down, and almost to a point of being a little bit teary. And he says, in those moments, he says he sat beside you with his arm around you like that, resting his head on your shoulder, just so that he can pass through onto you some healing, and also to help, he's saying, wipe away the tears, and to tell you he still loves you no matter what. And you know what? He's a very, very proud man, but he's also one who's not afraid to show his emotion now in spirit, because I can see in his eyes they're tearing up, and he only wishes he just wanted one more day. That's all, just one more day. That's all he wanted, was one more day, just to tell you all, as a family, just how much he loves you. But he keeps giving me that image of him putting his arms around you when you've been teary and you've been really, really down. Because I'm being shown a sofa where you're sat on a sofa, and he's just sat right next to you, and just put his arm around you and leaned his head against your shoulder, and just the blue healing energy that I can see in this image in my mind is just flowing out from him, going all the way down his arm, and then where his hand is like on your side, just here, yeah, just above your hip bone, I can see the blue energy traveling into your body. Yeah. He's he's not regretful, and he just wants to still be part of your life, even though he's crossed over. And he comes in and sits with you on many occasions. And one of which he's shown me actually is sitting on the end of your bed, because I can see, if you like, the bevel where his bum's on the bed, and the mattress goes slightly down. And he says he often sits there at night watching you fall asleep and watches over you while you sleep, and has often spoken to you while you've been asleep. And he says you've nodded quite a few times, and you've actually replied. So you've spoken to him in your sleep. So you've been speaking to him in your sleep. I don't know if you're aware of that, or whether you've got a video camera or something watching you sleeping or that. But he says he can see you going, nodding your head, and actually words coming out of your mouth to things he's been saying to you. So he is very much still part of your life, Andrea. He's still very much moving around your home just to making sure you're safe. He sends all his love to you. And there's one thing, he's given me an image in my mind before I go. It's a bunch of pink roses. He wants to give you a bunch of pink roses. Pink being the colour of love that comes from the heart, the familiar love, family love. And he says that's just a token, just to let you know that both him and the rest of the family and spirit send all their love to you here in the physical plane. So I'm going to bring it to a close there, because Paul has got your cards and he wants to give you his cards. So I'm going to say thank you for allowing me to work with you, Andrea. God bless you, and take your dad's love with you. He's a true gent, absolute gent, and a lovely bloke. It's a pleasure to meet him. Bye. See you not long.
Right. Hi, Ali. Hi, everyone that's just joined us. I'm sorry, we're having to look on our mobile phone because nothing is actually coming up on the stream up the top. So I'll just try and see what's happening here, and still not see it. Right. I think I've got it. Right. Fantastic. Right. Andrea Reese, please. Hi, Julie. Hi, Shield. Hi, Angel. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Terry. Hi, Margot. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Jimbo.
After this, we will be going on to our page for an hour. So if you want to join us after that, be great.
Double Trouble at Home.
Yeah, Double Trouble at Home page on Facebook. Yeah, we will be on our own page then. Right. Andrea, what I'm seeing is there is a lot of things coming towards you and a lot of things happening around you. There's new things coming on the horizon, and like you gave me the peach, yellow and blue, but yellow and blue have turned quite a bit of green. Bless you, Sean. Turns it green, and if you look, this is how it has come out. And there are a lot of people around you as well from spirit, and they are actually coming around you at the moment. And here, this blue bit here, it's like a pool, and they are putting you in a healing pool. And if you look here, there's a gentleman actually here as well, like going to put his hands together and praying around healing for you. And also there's a baby also by you as well. So I do feel there's been a loss of a child around you. But this healing pool is actually being given to you, and you to go in to get the healing that you so dearly need and need to come on. There's also a lady coming in around you as well, and she's actually coming in as a motherly figure. If it's not your mother, it could be your grandmother. It's mother or grandmother here. That's actually, it's definitely on the mother's side, who's coming in and around you as well. And she's coming in to give you the words to speak, the love to give, and she's actually coming in around you and being around you. But there are new things coming on the horizon for you. As you can see, the baby there and the gentleman here, that there's so many people coming around. And I'm getting told that you do actually see spirit, but you sometimes brush it off and you're saying, no, I didn't see that, no, I didn't see that. But they are actually saying, actually, you did see that, and they are all around you. And a second card here, like the blue, also around here for the healing for you. And there's something coming, and it's going to brighten up your life. The brightness of this yellow is actually coming in, and the sun is actually shining down on you and being around you so much that they just want to give you the love and the support that you need. And I'm being told there is a lot of support that you do need, and you've actually been crying for help around it. So if you can understand this, Andrea, they are the love and the spirit are actually coming around, and you do need help. And I'm just hearing them say, don't be afraid to ask for help. Everyone needs help sometimes. So just, yeah, people are around, and there are people like on these groups that they are actually people that are around to help, and they will actually help you, and they will speak with you as well. But spirit are showing themselves all around you, even moving things that are all around you and being around you. And I do feel your spiritual journey is only just beginning, but it's coming with a passion. But I do think there's either a move or a new job coming in as well. So look out for that as well. And if you can keep us posted with that, that'd be fantastic. You know, the love, the light, and everything that's coming from spirit is just tenfold, and they will never let you down. You know, there's just so much love coming from spirit, and I'm going to leave that with you and say bless you. Thank you for allowing me to do that for you, Andrea. It's quite difficult because when Luke's just giving you a reading, then me. But yeah, right. Next ones I'm going to go for. Please don't tell us anything, Melissa, because it's us that have got to tell you, not you tell us. And as we say, don't feed the mediums because we're already full. And also, please, oh, don't worry. All right, I will go with Lisa Joe. Red, yellow, green. And Lee Pywell, please. Lee Pywell, can I have 3 colours? If you're still on. We're only on for an hour at the moment, but if you come over to our own page when we finish, you may get one there, Catherine. Is Lee Pywell still here? No problem, Ali. How are you, my lovely? Right, okay. Denise Medlin, please. Hi, Donna. How are you, my lovely? I was thinking about you earlier. I was actually going to ask you for colours, Donna. But you came in my mind earlier, so... So Denise Medlin, or Lee Pywell. Don't seem like they're here. Okay, I'll go to Catherine Johnson then, please. Catherine Johnson. Catherine Johnston, can I have 3 colours, please? Right, we're only on for an hour, so it's got to be quick if you can. If you want the messages, you need to be on the ball with the colours. Okay. This is a problem with them all putting their colours up. Please, can you refrain from all putting your colours up? Because, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I did pick Catherine Johnson because she's asked for a reading and it seems like she's gone. So, okay, Elizabeth Erica, blue, red, yellow. And that was Elizabeth Erica. All right, now here's the king of the crystal, the lovely Luke. All right, now.
Okay. Right. Let's have a quick shot on Miss Scarlet. Right. Who have we got? Right. Names up for me if you could. Lovely. Right. Spirit is dragging me all the way across to Angel. Spirit has lit up your name, so here I come. Okay, Angel. As I tune into your energies, I want to say that straight away I am very much aware of a female energy that draws close to you. And this lady has come close to me she's come through my window basically. And as she comes close to me, I want to say the lady's energy that I'm sensing by me at the moment, I want to say this is a lady who I would want to describe as a grandmother figure. And I'm basing that on the fact that as she shows me in my mind's eye the image of her face, I'd like to say that this lady strikes me as someone in their late 70s to their mid 80s. She is small in stature, okay? And when I say small, I mean in comparison to me. I'm 6'1", so I tower well above her, bless her. So I want to say she's about 5'4", in around 5'4" side of sort of height. She is a very genteel lady. Almost to the fact I'd say she could come across as very timid, okay? But someone who has what I'm going to say is she has a tremendous love around her, okay? She is one of these ladies that took an instant love to everybody and anyone that she saw. Almost to the point I'd like to say that in some respects, when you made a friend with her, you certainly had almost like a friend for life. Yeah. But she does look very aged. And it's a bit confusing for me here at the moment because I sense her as younger, but when I look at her, she looks well aged. What's the best way of looking at it? Because if I look at her, I want to say mature, advanced years, but her energy when it comes across me, I'd want to put her in the bracket that I would have for middle-aged people, so like 55 up to 70. Yet by looks, I want to put her, the above 70 bracket. Spirit-wise and energy-wise, I want to put her in a younger bracket. So I'm a little confused on that one that's in here. So if I go with the fact that she looks well mature, and I say by looks, I want to put her in the over 70s bracket. Please forgive me if she actually would belong in the lower bracket or the middle-age bracket, which is 55 to 70. Because it's a 50-50 here, because I want to put her in both, but I can only really have her in one. She's quite timid, but she's got a great big heart, almost a great big heart. And she really, maybe she was weak before she passed. That I could understand, yeah. But she's got such a love. She really wants to give out so much love. If you met her and she became a friend, she would be a good friend for life. And she's one of those ladies that you could sit down and have a conversation with almost about anything. And she would do her best to give you some sort of advice based on what she knew. But she certainly would be a great fan of sitting down with a cup of tea and just having a natter of almost about anything. If she took you to your heart, that's it. There's no escape. That's it. You're trapped. Because she would make a point of, if she bumped into you at any point, up and down in the shopping sort of malls of that, she'd make a beeline, ask how you are, how you doing, how the kids getting on, how's the missus doing, and she'd take an interest in your life and make sure everything was in order. And yes, everybody would want to adopt her. That's how she came across. She comes close to Night Angel because she, again, just wants to extend her love to you, There's so much, I feel in her energy that there was so much more that she was looking forward to doing and wanting to do. But unfortunately, her health took a turn for the worst. And being someone who was or certainly towards the end felt very frail, she slipped away, but she is very much at peace where she is, and in fact she's so full of energy now that she really wants to continue with watching over you, watching what you do, giving you her words of advice, girly to girly type advice. she does take an interest in who you're hanging out with, shall we say. Because she says she's got her eye on some of the men friends, so she says, and she just wants you to know that she's watching out for you. She trusts your judgment, but she still likes to watch out for you. And she wants you to know that she's very much around. And really? Oh, okay. She says she's got stacks of her favorite perfume with her. And she says, when she comes in to visit, watch out for the smell of her favorite. Okay, that's her letting you know she's there. And she says, there's no reason you can't talk to me just because you can't see me. So yeah, and when you do speak to her in your mind, and sometimes you talk to yourself, but you're talking to other people when there's nobody there, so to speak, she can hear what you're saying. So she says, you can talk to me anytime you want. I'm still around. You're not getting rid of me that easy. But she's got such a lovable little smile. She really has. I can see, I understand now why so many people wanted to adopt her, because she's just that type of lady that you want to scoop up and take home with you. And she says, I do answer you. And she said, when you speak out, and sometimes you speak to her in your mind, she does answer you. And the answer is not always the one you're expecting or wanting, but she gives you the honest answer. And she's met a few friends over there, she's saying. Not giving me any names of who they are. A few images flash by in my mind of who she's talking about, but she's not giving me any names. So she wants you to know that, yes, she does make visits. She does pop in. And when she does, sniff out, listen. So I was going to say listen out for the perfume. That's not what I meant. Watch out for the whiff of the perfume, because that's her letting you know it's her as opposed to anybody else that pops in. And she's saying she's only coming in just to see how you are, make sure everything's okay, and actually to keep a beady eye on the men friend that you hang out with, just to make sure they are worthy of you. Not that, like they're good enough. Because she says, all men have only one thing in mind at the end of the day. So she just wants to make sure you're okay and you're safe. And she sends you all her love. And she's also given me an image of something that she wants me to give you. It's like a gift that she wants to pass over to you. What is it now? Okay. She's showing me a vase that what I'm being shown is a vase being made from clay. So she's showing me a clay, obviously it's painted and all that sort of stuff, right? A clay vase, and it's full of cuttings from the flower head, sort of like a little bit of stalk in the flower head of sunflowers. And they're all sort of sat in this vase. And she wants me to pass that over to you as a gift, as a memento, as a reminder of her, because she likes her flowers and she likes sunflowers. And she said just to pass it up. I don't hang out on that. She's talking about men in general, as in friends, not as in relationships. It's as in friends. It says because some people get the wrong idea. So she wants me to give you this vase full of sunflowers, and to because she's not talking about you going out with men or having men back at the house. It's just men friends in general. Yes, darling, I'll explain it to her. Because there's been so many, she's on about the things that's been happening to some ladies up and down the country. She's just making sure that when you're out, that the men that are hanging around you are not those nasty ones. That's why she said she comes in to keep an eye on you and to watch the men friends. She's not actually referring to you getting hitched or in a relationship. It's about the men around you when you're out. Simple things like shopping or working, that sort of thing. Yeah, I've given you the flowers, darling. Okay. Right. Angel, I'm going to... Yeah, that's what she's concerned about, Angel. She just wants to make sure you're safe because she doesn't want you to, end up coming to any harm of that because of how the people are behaving lately. Yeah, so that's why she comes in to keep an eye on you and all these men that hang around. Yeah, because when you're, shall we say, at possibly a vulnerable place or a vulnerable situation, she's there keeping an eye out for you. That's what she's talking about, sweetheart. Yes, Moon, I can see your comments, and yeah, I have issues getting onto it myself from my handset. Right, Angel, I'm going to leave this lovely lady's unbelievable love for you, and I mean it's huge. From such a small lady, she's got an enormous heart. Okay, and I'm going to say that because we've only got a certain amount of time, Paul's got some cards that he wants to share. So I'm going to step aside now and let Paul come and do his cards.
I'm finished.
For those of you who are able to get onto our own personal site, Double Trouble at Home, we're on here till 10, and then we'll switch into our own site and sort of like carry on. So when this closes down, go to our site and we'll carry on. So if you could all do that, it'd be lovely, unless you want to watch someone else that's following us. Angel, my pleasure. She's an absolute gem, a diamond even in her own way. So thank you for that now. Mauri Nadinaba, I'm very sorry. Whatever language you've written up there, I don't understand any of it. Stace, there's a person on here that I have no idea what language you're speaking, unfortunately. Anyway, how did we get onto your site? I tried before without success. Linda, if you go to Double Trouble at Home, there's a few questions you have to ask, and then we approve your access. Oh, it's Dutch, is it? It's Dutch. Okay. Well, I don't speak Dutch, unfortunately.
Sorry, I've got to ask you to do this.
Right. Paul has passed me these cards, so I need to have a look at who they are. Right. Lisa Joel. Lisa Joel. I've got your card here. You're very welcome, darling. I just want to say that this is one of your cards here, and as you can see, right in the center here is a huge buildup of spiritual energy. So spirit are in the process of recharging your batteries, and they want you to know that down in here where you can see all this red energy, that's not a sign of danger. That's a sign of the fact that they really are powering up your energy levels and your skills, shall we say. And if you look just here, right, I don't know if you can, I'll try and work backwards because I don't know how Paul manages it, but right, okay, you can see, right, I'll get my finger that way, one person in spirit there. And also, if you go down there where my finger is, there is a red Indian. So there are two spirit guides working closely with you here to bring your energy and your spirituality to its full power position. It's quite prominent that you've been working really, really hard spiritually. And what they want to do is actually to increase your abilities and your reserves, because it's been seen here that you've been working on slightly reduced power. So spirit, being good as they are, have seen you're trying to work with spirit strongly, and they've said, okay, let's gonna get helper. And it's almost like you've taken yourself to the garage and you've had a complete new battery fitted. And that's what spirit have done with you here. And I also want to point out, just in there, okay, I don't know if you can see it there, there is a gentleman with his arms outstretched, okay, as if like that. Yeah, that is it. Spirit guides coming in, making themselves known to you. And this one here, he's got his arms open wide, as if to say, come here, me dear, welcome, welcome. I am such and such. I'm not allowed to tell his name, you've got to find that for yourself. I am such and such. I'm going to be working with you. Let's have a fabulous time and get to know each other. Okay? And if you look up there, you see what you could call the skyline. Yeah, there's a mixture of green and blues in there. Okay? Now, what this is all about is actually they're telling you that the majority of it is green. So what they are saying is you are moving phases. So the one you're in now, if you like, where your batteries were not working so good, yeah, and spirit are now in the process of replacing them and recharging you up, a bit like a car being plugged into the mains, right? They're also moving you forward onto a fresh new phase spiritually and physically, right? So it's like a fresh start. It's a new birth, a brand new beginning, okay, where the doors will be flung open almost like off their hinges, and there'll be all these doors saying, hey, come on, down this way, my dear, this way, Lisa Joe, this door's open, come in this way. And there'll be many more opportunities opening up along the way. And that's why Spirit says you need new batteries. So that's why you can see all this energy making itself known to you, ready to charge those batteries up. And if we move on to the second card, okay, now look what you can see there. Okay, we turn it up this way. Look at all those beautiful greens. Okay, and one thing to note is, I'm getting my finger to work the right way. What have we got here? We've got another person in spirit coming forward. Now, this is a loved one that wants to help take you on that journey. Okay, he wants to say to you, right, here I am. You haven't seen me for ages. I'm here. Now you've got your batteries charged and you're moving into this lovely fresh green pastures of a new start. I'm going to be able to spend more time with you, and we're going to walk hand in hand and enjoy the experience. And also, if you notice here, a big impression. This is a person in spirit who draws very close to you, right? And they are wanting to say hi. They want you to recognize them as being there. And indeed, this person is taking on the form of a spiritual guide coming forward. And I also want to point out, just up here where my finger is, you've got dolphins there, right? So all these spirit animals are drawing very close to you. Now, spirit animals come from the Druid mythology. All of them bring fantastic characteristics in as they draw close to you, and these characteristics form part of your spiritual walk, and you end up with heightened senses that come from the animal spirit guides. Okay, lots happening, lots going to happen, and many guides and spirit guides of animals ready to work with you as you move into your new phase. Lisa, Joe, it's all happening around you now. Tell you, you're going to be knackered.
The next one we can't do. It's too late. It's
Right.
10 o'clock.
It's now time for us to finish on this side. So the other cards that Paul's got, that's Elizabeth, Erica, right? We'll carry them on in our own site. So we're going to have to say good night from this side. Come across to
Double trouble at home.
Double Trouble at Home, and we will carry on from there. Lisa Jo, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Right. So that is our time up on Find Me a Medium. Thank you all for joining us.
We're on tomorrow.
We'll be back tomorrow at
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. on this channel for another hour of mediumship, waxworks, crystal balls, you name it. It'll be
UK
there.
time.
That's UK time, 7 o'clock UK time. Right, I'll see you all then. Thanks for working with us.